Alrighty. Let's hope the internet works. I think we're good. Whew, okay, we got some big updates. So, first again, let me just chuck this in the Discord, and we'll be good to go. We got some videos to look at, we got some stuff to talk about. 2 topics, again, like always. This is my 3rd day in a row, bro. I'm telling you, I'm locked into this. I know what I'm doing here. Let's chuck this in the Discord and get started. Live. Type in the chat so I can know that we're good. But basically, yeah, we'll get this rolling. Okay. Alright, we're good. Hi, Nick, how you going? Right. Where were my videos? I just had some videos up and they just got deleted. What the hell? Alright, let me just quickly set myself up before I go into screen recording mode. But, so we got the H3H3 situation. Apparently it's gotten even worse. Apparently a bunch of people, so the 3 people that we looked at yesterday who were getting sued, apparently they're literally like losing everything. Like they're genuinely just going insane. So let me quickly get the videos up before I go into screen record mode. And then also we have Vitali, who apparently is in maximum security prison now and is just like losing his mind. There's a fair bit to talk about. I need to do more of this whole like Glider Guy live commentary stuff, because there's a lot more to talk about than Glider Guy, I'll tell you what. Topics on there are very bare, but over here we have a lot of topics. So, right, let me just sort myself out, start screen recording.
First or
where are we? Right, so the H3H3 thing, yeah, it's getting worse. It's really only getting worse. We have a video from More Pegasus. Basically, the 3 people that H3 is suing are just absolutely losing their minds, setting up GoFundMes, doing all sorts of stuff. I say we just check it out.
Orbiting Moon, female Hassan, also known as Denims. Basically, somebody posted a clip of her literally months before, gloating about Ethan not suing her. And this clip aged horribly.
How's the lawsuit going? Nowhere, because Ethan Klein's too much of a sue me, because he knows he'll lose. I love these people, though, that are like...
That's hilarious, bro. Sitting there saying, oh yeah, Ethan Klein won't sue me because he'll lose. Like, this is what I'm saying. I said this in my last video. Twitch streamers, especially these type of Twitch streamers that just, like, sit and react to content, I kind of just calling myself out here, but like, you get what I mean. These people that don't even put in any reactions, don't put in any like commentary, don't make it transformative at all. These people are so dumb. The reason they don't talk like during their videos and their reactions is because they have nothing to say. They have nothing smart to say. This person right here is literally breaking copyright law, sitting there saying, oh yeah, you know, Ethan Klein won't do anything to me. Like, what?
Any day now, he's gonna sue. Chat, just a reminder, by the way, after he paraded on the internet about how he was going to sue me and he wanted to sue me. Guess what? Still no lawsuit. Oh my god, he's so bitch made. I'm actually pretty certain that his lawyer told him to stop going after me. His lawyer most likely said, dude, like, you, like, need to stop. Like, you actually need to stop. Whatever, you think I'm an idiot? You think I'm the dumbest person alive? That's fine. Go read the lawsuit. Maybe if you don't want to respect me, you can go respect a judge and a lawyer.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Denims, I need to know who this person is, because I still don't know. Is this person actually popular? Like, seriously. Because, bro, there's no way someone like that has millions of followers. It actually doesn't make sense to me. Denims, here we go. Like, bro, how do people like this have 100,000 followers? Who's watching this content? It's literally just her stealing content. That's all it is. I don't understand it at all.
You can't really say that she didn't ask for this. You literally called him a bitch. So, you know, he was just kind of playing ball. And now suddenly, Denims is just deleting all her shit.
Look at the Denims straight in the
trying
top.
to crowdfund money when you yourself said that you would self-fund any lawsuits going forward. I don't know. It's just a bit of an L. And I can't wait till that smug look is absolutely wiped off her face. Now, this next part, she literally admits that she was stealing and that what she did was theft and just completely destroys her case.
Here, we'll make this on a grander scale. If you check your bank account and like Chase accidentally refunded you an extra $50, you might look at that and be like they were supposed to refund you for some charge or something, and then they accidentally gave you another $50. And you see that and you're like, I didn't see anything. Well, Listen, they can correct it. They can find it themselves. They can correct it. I don't really care that
What?
much, all right?
What mentality is this?
I don't really care that much. If some old lady on the street is like, hey, you know, do you have change for a $10 bill? Nobody carries cash around. But like, do you have change for a $10 bill? I just need to pay the meter. And she hands you a $50 bill instead of a $10 bill and says, oh, you know, times are so tough right now. But, you know, got to pay the meter. And you keep the 50. See how one of those feels morally worse? One of those feels like you're stealing from someone who does need it, or you're stealing
Okay,
from...
morals aside, what you're doing is still illegal. It doesn't matter if, oh, well, morally, you know, I'm not going after the singular creator. It's like, bro, what? I don't understand. Like, you can't put morals into this and put like, oh, I think, I feel. How you think and feel doesn't matter in court at all. The judge doesn't care how you think and feel. Like, bro, you're breaking copyright law and sitting there, like, literally boasting that Ethan Klein isn't going to do anything about it. Of course he's going to do something about it. You're stealing money from him.
I don't know, not a corporation. One of those feels worse. We're not talking about legality. It's theft regardless. We're talking about what is morally worse. It's theft regardless.
She's so thoughtless, what?
Oh my god. She, you know, I want her to fail and everything, but just seeing this level of stupidity is just like, oh my god. If I was a lawyer, I'd be like, please shut up. Please shut up. Oh my god.
Oh,
So
what is going on? Wait. Oh, what happened to my stream? Oh, what the fuck?
Alright, so...
Hold on. Wait, can you guys type in chat? Hold on, I think my thing might be messing up. Oh, no way. Why? Hold on. Oh my god, why? Why? Yo, type in chat if we're good, hold on. Gotta be kidding me. Wait, are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. Yo, we're good. Oh my god, that was the dumbest thing ever. What the hell just happened? Okay, I think we're good. My whole computer just like died for a second. Okay, we're back. Alright. Editor, resume from there. That was the dumbest thing ever. Oh, sorry about that.
let me get this straight. You are now on camera admitting that what you did was theft. You actually cannot be this dumb. There is just no way. This is what happens when you have 0 brain cells and you made all of your money off OnlyFans. Don't worry, guys. I'm just stealing rich.
This is the thing you guys need to know is that, like, just because someone's rich, don't make them smart at all. And why is my stream lagging? Oh my fucking god. Bro, come on. Oh, you... This is actually the dumbest thing ever. I literally have the worst internet on the whole planet. Bro, come on! Can we not? Please, 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 please. Please just work. Please just work. Are we good? Jesus Christ, it's in green. Bro. Okay, if this just keeps happening, I swear to God. Hold on. I think we're good. Yo, type in chat if we're good. Hold on. This is actually just so dumb. Live. I think we're good. Okay. God damn it. Okay. Let's go back to it.
Would actually feel bad if I was stealing from a smaller creator. This is the classic Hassan Squad argument again. It's okay to burn cars and loot Apple stores because these people are rich. First off, stealing is never okay, obviously. Second off, somehow Ethan is being compared to, like, I don't know, fucking Amazon or something.
That's what I'm confused about. It's like this person's trying to compare Ethan to, like, the big companies that, you know, it shouldn't matter if we steal from them. I see this a lot with grocery stores. It's a bit of a weird comparison, but, like, hear me out here. Basically, in Australia, we have 2 grocery stores, Woolworths and Coles. Everyone hates them because they keep jacking up their prices. They have a monopoly over the entire country. I don't know how it is in America and the UK, but I'm pretty sure you guys have a lot of different options to choose from. Like, there's a lot of different, like, local produce, everything like that. But Coles and Woolworths have a monopoly over the whole thing. Everyone jacks up the prices, right? So people steal from them. There's been so much theft at Coles and Woolworths because they jack up their prices. No one can literally afford food anymore. Like, that's a whole separate topic about the economy in Australia. Like, that's a whole separate thing. But the point is, right, is like, just because it's a big company and it's morally okay to steal doesn't mean you should do it. Doesn't mean it's legal at all. So in Ethan's Klein case, and I don't know why we're comparing Ethan Klein to like big giant companies. Like he's literally just a singular creator who, for some reason, these Twitch streamers don't like. It's like, bro, you're still stealing from them. Like, it's still breaking copyright law. There's no workaround here.
The bigger picture, yes, Ethan is rich, but he still has a relatively small business. He's considered a small business. He has a bunch of employees, sure, but it's nowhere near to like a mega company. If you had any chance in this case at all, you just completely destroyed it. Now, basically,
she literally admitted it's theft regardless. Where'd she say it? She literally said it's theft regardless, but I think that it's okay, so it's okay. Like, it's so dumb. People like this actually infuriate me because by how dumb they are.
In this case at all, you just completely destroyed it. Now, basically, people were calling her out for deleting all her stuff on like YouTube and Twitch and stuff, and then she responded saying that her reaction is now available on her Twitch profile, as if to sort of own the people, right? But there's a catch here.
Yeah, if you go to my channel right now, you can see.
How does she have 6,000 live viewers? This might be the dumbest person with a big audience I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
And right now, you can see videos, highlights. And here it is. This is the highlight that I uploaded so that I could have it on record. I guess I must have had the thought already before to do this, but yeah, it's right here. And here is the entire reaction that I had to the content puke. If you guys are ever curious to go look at it.
Right, guys, she just uploaded the entire reaction. Wow, I wonder why she would do that. Oh, wait. Turns out she actually left out the most important part in her so-called highlight here. In fact, she cut the main thing out that Ethan is suing her for. Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content.
Wow, she literally cut this out to try and work around. This has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Did she actually think that if she sits there cutting out the goddamn part where she says this, that it would actually hold up in court? Jesus Christ, these people.
You enjoyed
dumb.
your time here. So this was like the most damning part of what she said here. And she conveniently cut this out. And now she's trying to tell her one remaining fan that, yeah, well, I'm just re-uploading it just as it is. Nice try, you absolute moron. You got caught again. So anyways, Asmongold responded.
Because Ethan Klein's too much of a sue me because he knows. How's the lawsuit going? Nowhere, because Ethan Klein's too much of a.
Can someone remind me why Ethan Klein is suing Denims but not XQC?
Wait,
how can
what?
so many people be so retarded?
If you enjoyed,
okay, even I know that XQC is not as bad as like Denims and KCTron. I mean, the reason H3 is suing them is because they literally, like we saw in the last sort of video about it, which if you haven't checked it out, it'll be on the channel. But the last time we talked about this, Ethan Klein showed a Reddit thread where it was literally like 3 streamers that he was suing, and they were genuinely like teaming up trying to boycott the guy, basically.
Klein is suing Denims but not XQC. How can so many people be so retarded?
If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video.
Didn't somebody comment on this? This is Legal Mindset commenting on this.
Lonesome Poet says, just got here and wondering if what Ethan did is considered entrapment. Sorry, and once again, I want to explain this stuff. I'm just laughing in general. So, and that's not a thing. You're probably thinking about like police entrapment or something else different. This is not criminal. This is copyright infringement. So no, there's no such thing in the law. It's enforcing your right. And I use the example once again of the house. It's like putting an alarm on your house. Is that trapping the burglar? No.
Dude, you know you're cooked when the YouTube lawyers are going after you. But yeah, we talked about this as well. This case obviously does not fall under entrapment in any way. You are always allowed to safeguard your own copyright. That is not considered like trapping anyone. If I'm not mistaken, that was like a Hassan argument that every one of his orbiters ran with.
or you're stealing from, I don't know, not a corporation.
Well, it's a good thing the way that you feel about something isn't the way the law is. Well, I feel
That's
differently
exactly what I'm
about
saying.
this. It's
oh yeah, you know, good thing that I'm not stealing. Like, good thing I'm stealing from a corporation. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's still against the law. You still can't do it. You will still get sued, and you will still lose a lot of money.
okay when I do it.
We're not talking about legality. It's theft regardless. We're talking about what is
So
morally
dumb.
worse.
It's theft regardless.
You can tell she doesn't have a lawyer.
Don't worry, guys. Denims will be crowdfunding the lawyer as well. She's gonna ask one
Does
of her
she not
simp
have a
moderators
lawyer?
to do it for her.
Oh my god, she doesn't have a lawyer. I mean, she's not very smart, so I'm not shocked.
Dude, I can't wait till these flippin' losers all go broke, bro. The most vile, disgusting people out there who want to do real-world harm over an internet argument. Like, they wanted to go after Ethan's kids and shit. And now, you know, you reap what you sow, you get what you flippin' deserve. You wanted to play hardball, you got hardball. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't have lawyers right now, because I can't see any normal, like,
so we're just
well-meaning
speculating,
lawyer
but
allowing
most
you to
likely
do
she
that shit,
doesn't.
unless she just ignored what they said. But anyways, she then tries to pretend that Ethan is the one who doesn't have lawyers, actually, even though he's literally gone to court in the past and won.
I am not going to litigate this case on the internet. I'm going to litigate this case in a court of law. Okay? What I will do, however, is show you guys how bad this
Wait,
video
she's
is. That
racing. Oh my.
Court in the past and won.
I am not going to litigate this case.
Denims versus Ethan Klein Fair Use Lawsuit Defense Fund. Get out of here with this BS. Oh my god. Anyone who's actually donating to this is genuinely just throwing their money at a brick wall. You do know there is literally no way Denims is winning this, right? She literally has... Like, there's actually no defense. No lawyer is taking this case if they actually want to keep their reputation. Any lawyer that takes this case is literally... They'll be fired by whatever firm they're from. They will lose so bad. Ethan Klein's going to win this so easily. I'm not even trying to meet right Ethan Klein. I've said some things in the past. I don't think that Ethan Klein's actually said that are good. I think the guy said a bunch of stupid things. But in this case, you're cooked. There's no way out of this. Seriously.
On the internet. I'm going to litigate this case.
10K is not winning you this.
Okay? What I will do, however, is show you guys how bad this video is that he made. And second, how bad this document is. And after reading it, I am starting to be concerned that a lot of it was actually written by Ethan, what's 10 divided by 10 Klein.
Yeah, I don't know if this strategy of pretending you have the high ground is gonna work, but I think this is one quality unique to this specific Hassan orbiter. She absolutely loves gloating. This is just her thing. She loves to act extremely, extremely smug. Oh, Ethan is never gonna sue me. Literally sues her. Same thing right now. Oh, Ethan doesn't have lawyers. Oh, he's not gonna win this. I just want to see her reaction when she loses the case. Also, let's not forget the elephant in the room.
I
She
agree.
admitted it was theft, bro. Like, there's no coming back from this. You're cooked. Every single clip I've ever seen of Denims makes her look like an evil and obnoxious bitch. Denims has been so confidently wrong about everything regarding this situation.
Yeah, I
So-
wish she was so confident and smug about what she's saying as she was right, because it would make it really cool if she was actually right about, if she was as right as confident as she is. But goddamn, she just is dead wrong
Ethan
about
also
everything.
responded with just like a cringe emoji. Anyways, now Asmund talks about the lawsuit.
Ethan, please stream this lawsuit. Please stream it.
Oh, bro, that
please
would be
stream
awesome.
it so I can react.
Please, I need this, man. I really fucking need this. They can cry, they can bitch, they can get mad, they can act like they're, how can you say something bad about me when I'm trying to fight against a genocide? That's not gonna work in a court of law. And so they really should worry. They should be worried, because the entire apparatus that supports them is completely artificial. It's totally artificial and it's retarded. So the moment that you have people that actually, give a shit about reality, this immediately is going to fall apart.
Oh, yeah.
And so don't you dare
No
criticize
one's
me during-
supporting these three. No one's supporting Casey Tron, Frogan, and Denims at all. Like, it's literally all one-sided. Everyone's on Ethan's side. And that normally doesn't happen. So, it's bad when... normally when Ethan Klein's in a debate, it's normally like 50-50, like some people agree, some people don't, whatever. The majority of people are on Ethan's side and want these Twitch streamers to fail. Like, especially Denims. Oh my god, Denim Street? Like, seriously?
during a genocide, exactly. Their incomes this year is about to get
Denims from
genocided.
Denim
Yeah,
Street.
you're right. She said she's countersuing for doxing her, which I don't think he did. I don't think so either. And I think that if they do anything about it, or they try to get it shut down, it's just going to make it worse. Once things like this start happening, usually they keep happening. And so, like, I feel like they're basically cooked no matter what. And
I don't think there's any way out of this at all.
Perfect time to ventilate. Denim's raised 15K. For Ethan, that's nice of her to do that. It really is.
Yep, that's really the best part. All of this money is either getting eaten up by lawyers or going straight to Ethan.
Did she have a 100K goal, by the way? Did I see that right? Hold on. Let me go back to the actual goal. 100K? Are you out of your mind? Oh my god, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Alright, real quickly, I gotta get water. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Alright, let's continue.
Try to get it shut down, it's just going to make it worse. Once things like this start happening, usually they keep happening. And so, like, I feel like they're basically cooked no matter what. And, that's it. It's Summit. Perfect time to...
Going straight to Ethan. But anyways, that's some poetic justice here, and the politics excuse is finally coming to an end. How many times have these absolute losers stood on the grave of Palestinians and said, oh, whatever the heck I'm doing is justified, including supporting committing crimes because of genocide or whatever excuse they had. People are waking up, and people are tired of this bullshit. Then Asmund talks about Twitch permabanning them.
So, anyway, ego overrides logic, yeah. And if the thing is that what I think the real master stroke of this is that if they get convicted of this and they get in trouble of it, Twitch might actually ban their accounts permanently because they were using, and again, proven in a court of law that they were using the Twitch terms of service as a tool to facilitate breaking the law.
This is the thing with Twitch bans. They're so just, like... useless. It's literally like pressing a dead button, to be honest. It's like the subscriber button these days. That's what banning a Twitch streamer is. Because I swear, we see it all the time where someone will get banned for 7 days, then they'll change it to 3 days, then they'll change it to permanent, and then 3 weeks later they'll be back. It's like, bro, Twitch banning someone's account doesn't really mean anything at all. Because people get unbanned all the time, way too often. They flop and change their decisions. And it's like, obviously, Twitch makes mistakes, but they make mistakes like it's no one's business. How many times? Bro, I think Kaisenat's been banned a few times. Everyone in the AMP squad, all the biggest streamers, I think have probably been banned permanently, like 4 times, and they're all back. Like, sure that they might get banned, and they'll say it's permanent, and then, like, 3 days later, they'll get their account back. Like, that's kind of how it's going to happen, I feel like.
Right? Like, literally, I think Twitch could be in a legal situation where they would have to do that.
I mean...
I don't know that. I'm not certain about it, but there's
legally, they may have to do it permanently. I feel like that might be a different situation. I'm more just talking about, like, general cases where someone will show something bad on stream, someone will say something that's against the TOS, they'll get banned. If there's like a legal case where they literally like break copyright law and, you know, the judge literally forces that. I mean, again, like Asmund said, like we don't know if that can actually happen, but if it does, they might be cooked.
Possibility, right? Bro, cut that thumbnail.
All
I'm
three
just
of them.
saying, right? Civil, not criminal, though. It doesn't matter because it can still be used as evidence that Twitch doesn't care about people doing this if something bad happens in the future, right? It's the precedent that it sets, not necessarily the fact that it happens, right? Like, I mean, the thing itself, like, I don't think Twitch really cares one way or another.
This could really
like,
change the
It's
landscape.
the precedent and that issue more than anything else.
And honestly, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because, bro, like, the amount of people getting away with this that literally just, like, sit and react to videos and don't say anything and just basically steal views from the original person. It's like... It's becoming more out of hand now than it ever has been. So I think it's good that Ethan's stepping up. I'm fully on board with him, by the way. Like, I tried to stay neutral at the start of this, but yeah, these guys are actually
Dan
stupid.
would never do this out of his own volition. He's too stuck on Hassan's sack, of course. But if a court of law forced him to do it, then nothing is really impossible. But yeah, that argument can definitely be made, and it would be ironic if they got banned before Asmongold, who is definitely hated by Twitch. And the day Hassan gets permabanned, bro, I might actually throw a party. I feel like everybody should be invited.
But then again,
that
it
shit would
doesn't
go
really
harder
matter.
than the Super Bowl. And don't worry, it won't be a Diddy party. That's a Hassan Piker exclusive. Now, XQC also talked about his experience with Denims and how she treated him while he was getting sued by his ex-girlfriend. Just some context if you didn't know, XQC went through a very public breakup in which his ex was, you know, trying to take 50% of his assets and claimed they are married.
Oh,
and
what?
when they actually weren't or something. It was really messy.
I didn't hear about
she was
that.
pretty crazy. And of course, Denims immediately goes to the side of women equals good.
Yeah, I was looking at a thread about like the whole like Ethan lawsuit, whatever, right? And it hit me out of nowhere because I completely forgot, right? This Denims person that was being weird and antagonizing me in real life at that party about the lawsuit when I was going through it, right? Hey buddy, enjoy the legal bill and enjoy the lawsuit. You fucking deserve it, you absolute lord. Hey, enjoy the fat fucking bill, you moron. Holy shit, I can't.
Oh man, I mean, revenge for XQC, I guess. But not surprised that Denims would do that. She seems like the type to hop on any drama ever to support the wrong side. Women equals correct, unless you're Jewish. Then you don't
So
qualify
she's that type
for
of person. Okay, that kind of makes sense. The whole, like, if you're a woman, you're right. Yeah, that
Denims
makes
sympathies.
sense.
Denims here obviously got
Just
a
by taking one look
PhD
at her,
in
I can
empathy.
kinda-
She
I can
got
kinda
her
see that.
personal lessons from Professor iDubbbz. So if her OnlyFans income goes directly to Ethan to pay for the legal fees and damages from violating copyright, and she has no other actual income otherwise, does that make Ethan her pimp now?
I mean, technically.
it's true. Anyways, let's move on to Caseytron, the person that literally nobody knew about before this drama started. So here we have
Isn't
a tweet by
Caseytron the one
Caseytron
that,
playing-
like, smoked more in a reaction to an Ethan Klein video than actually talked? I think it was literally like 18 minutes of smoking versus 15 minutes of actual talking. That was
victim,
nuts.
support my GoFundMe. A short rant. I am so tired. My entire existence on Twitch after I started 13 years ago has been
quit the
incel
sob
harassment
story.
campaign after incel
Dad, I started 13 years ago. This has been my whole life. It's like, bro, you're still breaking the law. No one cares.
harassment
No one
campaign.
cares.
Yeah, tell it to the judge. Men with much larger audiences than me have
Why
harassed,
is it always that thing? Men. Oh, yeah, yeah. You just had to add the word men in there. It's like, the men did this to me. Like that's no defense at all. You still did what you did.
slandered, swatted, cyberstalked,
Oh, damn.
and tried to get me to neck myself for a decade. Through these endeavors, very few of my peers have supported me because they don't want to evoke the same
Okay,
hate.
look, obviously this sucks, right? Men with much larger audiences have blah, 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 harassed me, defamed me, tried to get me to end my life. Why is this in a thing against Ethan? Like, it just feels like you're trying to tie it all together as a way to, like, to tie it all into Ethan to make him look bad. When he hasn't done any of this to you. He hasn't harassed you, he hasn't defamed you, slandered, swatted your house, cyberstalked, whatever. He hasn't done any of that. But you decide to add this in, and, like, of course, if this has happened to you, like that's terrible, right? Like, I'm not saying that that's good at all. I'm not, like, making fun of you for it. Like, that's terrible. But to tie it all into this thing with Ethan Klein is just stupid.
It's been extremely isolating. I've been thrown
Like,
to
this
the
has
wolves
nothing
to
to
fend
do
for
with that.
myself. Now a millionaire has specifically chosen me as a target for a frivolous lawsuit, not only because they know I don't have the monetary means to defend myself, but because they knew that targeting specifically me would evoke the support of extremely large incel audiences who would once again harass.
Yeah, woe is me. I don't have the monetary gains to defend myself. Well, don't defend yourself then. Like, you've literally blatantly broken the copyright law. Like, there's no way out of this. Literally at all.
Me and Matt, of course. It was targeted you so that we would wake up the incels, obviously. What a complete moron. Oh my god, you are not the main character. My biggest fear in all of this is that I will once again be left to fend for myself as mass
You
harassment
already are.
campaigns
Whether
slam-
you have money or not, you already are. No one's on your side here. No one is on you, Caseytron, Frogan, Denims. No one's on your side at
to
all.
harass my character. I'm also fearful of my financial future and my ability to provide for my family. Being told relentlessly
Yeah,
that you're going
cry
to lose
more,
everything and have
honestly.
generational debt for the rest of your life must be fun. Well, that's literally the shit people neck themselves over. Of course, you play the card that, oh, I'm gonna neck my dude. You can't just do that anytime you're criticized. I often cope with humor. You do? When has this woman ever been funny? As most people who have overcome hard obstacles in their lives do, but I've reached my breaking point and acknowledge I need more help. I'm hoping to be back streaming Wednesday. Love how you're making it seem like a random attack, not how you broke fair use. Now here we are on her GoFundMe page, and turns out
Jesus
she's raised
Christ.
the least money out of Frogan, and then she's raised lesser money than Frogan. You actually cannot be serious. You're cooked. 9% funded.
And that's
Ay,
all
ay,
just
it's
going to
hard.
Ethan Klein. Oh my god, he's actually got the biggest bag of his life. This decision to sue these three is literally the biggest bag this guy's ever gonna make. That's actually
Okay, goal.
nuts.
Which is not even enough, I don't think. Let's see the donations. We got 65 bucks. Hey, Casey Tron, I heard about you a
What
couple
is it?
days
Yeah,
ago.
I wanna
when this
see these
happened.
messages.
Wish you all the best. Please do what you're doing. You seem like a really fun person.
Jesus.
Nah, this has got to be dead internet theory, bro. There's no way. You got this, girl. I hope Ethan and his settler lawyer are embarrassed. Of course, settler lawyer. That's crazy. Anyways, responding to that tweet playing victim, I think I speak for the entire internet when I say we do not care. Literally cry about it, smoke up a storm or something to cope, whatever you want. You absolutely deserve this. You're a vile person. You violated fair use. You wanted to steal his content. Now, out of nowhere, Anissa Joma, or iDubbbz' husband, has chimed in saying Casey Tron is objectively the funniest person on the internet. Anyways,
Why
turns out they're
is
all in
iDubbbz' goddamn wife joining in on this? Are you serious? Is she being sarcastic here? Is she actually taking the side of these three absolute losers? I don't know, to be honest. I seriously don't know. God damn, that was dumb. Okay, well now we actually have an update. Apparently, yeah, it really hasn't got much better. Let me find where this has gone. Where are we?
But then, as soon as she needed them again, she went running right back into their arms.
It just shows the hypocrisy. They're quick
Oh
to...
wait, no, this actually isn't. Okay, never mind. Alright, editor, end it. Yeah, straight after that video right there. Right, that's the Ethan Klein thing. God damn, that was, that was something. Oh my god. I'm actually invested in this now. Like, a lot of the times, I'd sit on the fence with drama, and I literally just, like, wouldn't even talk about it. I didn't even look at any stuff on Twitter for like the last sort of year or so, but goddamn, this is actually fun. I actually like this Glider Guy live stuff. I can literally sit here and talk about crap the whole goddamn time. Alright, let's move on. We got another topic to talk about. Right, Vitali breaks down after being sent to maximum security prison. I haven't been following this Vitali drama, but this really caught my eye, so let's have a look.
So Vitali has officially hit rock bottom in the Philippines, and this isn't just about him losing muscle or crying behind bars. No, this man might have accidentally changed Filipino law just by being the most chaotic, clout-chasing nuisance in recent memory. Let's get into the full breakdown of what's actually going on with Vitali, because between the failed bail, the body transformation, the prison transfer, and the new data privacy law he accidentally helped trigger, this story has evolved from YouTuber in trouble to global embarrassment getting legally humbled in—
Okay, so from what I've heard so far about the whole Vitali situation, so the guy literally, so he used to start off as a prank guy, vlogger, whatever. Then he kind of went mentally insane after he literally got arrested for like hitting a woman on the streets. I remember that being a thing. And then no one kind of talked about him for a while. This was in like 2019. I literally remember making a video on my Glider Guy channel when I had like 300 subs talking about it. It was actually, that's literally how I know about that. I don't remember if he went to prison or what happened, but he got out, stayed low for a while. Then he started doing these predator catcher videos, which were okay, but then he started like slapping the preds and doing all that sort of stuff, which people thought was a little bit distasteful, especially with a situation that's as serious as that, like literally like child preds. But then after that, apparently the guy just went around generally just harassing people. Like, he turned into Gideon from a few years ago, but just, like, amped up completely. Like, he started turning into, like, a Johnny Somali, if you could really compare it to that, where he ran around to, like, crazy-ass countries just, like, breaking the law. I think he went was it Malaysia, where he ended up getting sentenced?
in 4K. Let's rewind just a little. Up until recently,
Yeah, let's let this guy
Vitali was
explain
being
it.
held in an immigration facility, basically a holding spot where they keep foreigners who are about to be deported. It was jail light. Think of it like airplane peanuts, technically food but barely. Well, now he's actually been sent to real prison. As of the 11th of June, the Filipino Bureau of Immigration has officially transferred Vitali into the custody of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, aka the BJMP. That's not just a department switch, that's a full upgrade to hard mode. The reason, local criminal charges. Translation, he's not just getting kicked out of the country, he's being prosecuted like a local criminal. And here's the twist, he's staying behind bars until his case
And
plays out.
apparently, like, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but Philippines does not sound like a country that would be light on with crime at all. I think them and Malaysia are the two that come to mind where it's like they're just, they do not play around at all. Like, if you do something bad, it's like kind of like 1920s America type of thing. Like, that's how bad it is.
Then and only then, he might go back to immigration for deportation. But even that's not guaranteed. He's stuck and there's no rescue team coming. And actually guys, I have some bad news to tell you. I'm recording this after recording the original video, but Vitali actually posted bail from BJMP for the court case of unjust vexation. However, he is not released and doesn't have freedom. Instead, he was transferred back to the Bureau of Immigration holding facility. Basically, he's still in jail facing a deportation case and officially labeled as an undesirable foreign national. So he's still having fun in jail.
Did that just say
now let's talk- he's
undesirable
still having
alien?
fun in foreign national.
Oh my god. He's already seen as an undesirable alien.
So he's still
Imagine
having
being
fun
called
in
that.
jail. So now let's talk about the visual shock everyone had when new photos of Vitali dropped after his transfer. In his earlier photos, he looks like a human protein shake. Veins popping, chest puffed.
Yeah, what the hell
smiling like he just
happened?
bench press an apology.
He's
now,
tiny
well,
now.
the dude looks like he spent 3 months eating air sandwiches and doing cardio by pacing in his
Bro,
cell.
that's how bad they, and again, like, obviously the guy is probably on steroids here, to be honest with you. And then, obviously, he's probably got no access to them anymore. So, I mean, like, obviously your diet's not going to be the same in prison. But, yeah, that is a lot to lose in just a few months. I couldn't imagine the conditions that this guy was put in during that prison thing. Even just, like, the look on his face. Like, he's gained a bit of facial hair. I don't know, he just looks like he's deteriorating here.
By pacing in his cell. He's still in decent shape, but the
Lesson
muscle-
learned, do not end up in a foreign prison. If you go overseas on a holiday, do not mess up. Just
gone.
don't.
The smug smile, gone. His face is sunken, his body shrunk, and his whole vibe screams, I made a mistake. Why the change? Well, 2 reasons. There is no gym gear in jail. I'll show you guys some photos of these Filipino jails, and
no.
yeah. There's not a lot of space. I'd be
that
surprised if he
real?
has space to lay down fully when he's sleeping. And of course, he doesn't have access to the performance enhancers he allegedly relied on.
Yeah,
no testosterone,
that's
no
why.
supplements, no stacks, just plain rice and regret. And then let's talk about the stress and starvation. According to people who've seen the conditions in these facilities, inmates don't exactly get 3,000 calorie bulking meals. Some even claim he's being underfed or starved.
Oh my
Not intentionally,
God.
but because the resources just aren't there. And of course with Vitali probably weighing like 80
That's
or 90
nuts. Like, I'm
kilos.
pretty sure at least in American and, like, Western, like, prison systems, I'm pretty sure you at least, like, if you have dietary needs, like, obviously they'll give it to you. If you need a certain amount of food, I'm pretty sure they'll give it to you. Again, I don't know, but I'm just like, that's kind of what I'd expect. But, like, goddamn, in these third world countries, I could just imagine they would not care at all. They literally would not care. Like, I'm pretty sure there'd probably be, like, certain health issues that if you needed dietary requirements, they just wouldn't care. They just give you rice anyway. Like, that is...
Compared to the average
Oh, this guy's
Filipino
cooked.
male, he's definitely not getting the recommended serving size for his body type. Now, here's where the story gets wild. Because of Vitali and streamers like him, the Philippines just introduced a new data privacy rule targeting IRL nuisance content.
It appears that Vitali has changed Philippine law. Yes, from the National Privacy Commission of the Philippines, saying vloggers must blur bystanders in posts under new NPC
Wait.
guidelines. So to explain real quick,
Really?
whenever you have nuisance streamers, whenever you have these content creators, the IRL streamers, they are capturing many other people other than themselves in these videos, including vulnerable people. children, disabled people, elderly, people that they have absolutely zero permission or consent to record.
Wait, is this something in the Philippines that they've literally introduced because of Vitali, where if you're out in public vlogging, like if you're vlogging and obviously you're in a city or something, there's a lot of people, you have to blur every person's face. That, I don't actually, like, I feel like that being a law is a little bit wild, a little bit crazy, but in terms of an actual rule itself, like, the principle actually kind of makes sense. I actually don't mind that as a principle. Like, having to blur everyone in public, that does take a lot of work, to be honest with you. Especially if you're in, like, a big city and there's people walking past all the time. Like, you're gonna be spending a lot of time doing that. But, I don't know, I feel like that's a good and bad thing, because if you're filming in public, right, I'm pretty sure in America that the rule is if you're filming in public, you can film whoever you want, and it doesn't really matter. But I don't know, that seems very controlling, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about that.
And they're using him for clout, for profit, and even to mock those people that really can't defend themselves. Vloggers are now required to mask.
Yeah, but it also does stop things like Vitali was doing, where he'd literally go around harassing people in foreign countries who don't speak his language. Like, that kind of a thing, obviously, like, it's hard. I don't know. Could I compare it to like speed laws, right? Like speed limits, where it's like, if you're going down a street, the speed limit's 50. A lot of people could probably go over 50. They could probably go 100 and drive absolutely fine. But some people need to go 30, or like they need to go 50. So the speed limit's 50 for everyone. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but it's kind of like like a few bad apples can just ruin the whole thing and make the laws have to be strict. Like, most people don't need a law like that, where it's like you gotta blur people's faces. But because of Vitali being an absolute nuisance, he's just ruined it for everyone. He's literally changed the law in the Philippines for this.
Images of bystanders in their post under the new guidelines of the National Privacy Commission. NPC Circular number 2501.
The National Privacy Commission rolled out NPC Circular number 251. Yes, they literally gave it a boss fight name, which forces vloggers to blur bystanders in their videos. Not just children or vulnerable folks, everyone. If someone didn't consent to be on camera, you better blur them or catch a case. This applies to streamers, vloggers, even bodycam users.
Wait, so if you're streaming though, if you're IRL streaming, how are you supposed to do that then? Because you can't blur them live, like... Damn, okay, now it's starting to be like, this is where the logistics of this kind of break down, because it's like, bro, if you're streaming, how are you supposed to blur in real time? You can't do that. Like for example, if I Show Speeds goes to the Philippines, he can't stream anymore. He can't stream in the Philippines because what? He's got to blur out all of his fans. He's got to blur out everyone that's coming up to him. You just can't do that.
And capturing faces
that's not possible.
You could be hit with criminal, civil, and administrative charges under the Philippines Data Privacy Act. The commission even said vloggers must post privacy notices before recording and explain in plain language what data they're collecting. So yeah, not only is Vitali in jail, he helped change law enforcement standards for content creators in the Philippines. He broke the system so bad they had to patch the game mid-season. And let's be clear, the BJMP isn't a luxury resort. It's known for being overcrowded, under-resourced, and brutally harsh, especially for someone like Vitali, who lived lavishly and acted invincible on camera. This isn't just jail time, this is a life lesson time. And even local Filipinos are saying the same thing. If this happened under former President Duterte, Vitali wouldn't be in jail. He'd be off the grid entirely, like disappeared. People believe Duterte, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, wouldn't have tolerated the disrespect Vitali showed. Some say he wouldn't even get a trial, and others claim if the president was still in office,
so he's lucky.
We might be hearing
he's
about
lucky
Vitali
with what he's
in
got.
A true crime podcast instead of YouTube.
This could have been so
updates.
much worse.
Even now, current Filipino leadership is sending a message. Foreigners who abuse the country's hospitality will face full legal consequences. No clout armor, no privilege.
Oh my
now,
god!
here's the
Like,
part
that's
some
just.
of you may already know.
It's like you kind of feel bad for him in a way. Not feel bad as in like he doesn't deserve what he's got. Like, obviously he deserves a bit. I mean, you kind of feel bad when you realize he's lost so much weight. He's clearly being treated very harsh. But then you see things like this, and you're just like,
no clout
what are you
armor,
doing?
No privilege.
Like, what the
Now,
hell
here's
are
the
you
part
doing?
some of you may already know, but it hits even harder in context. Vitali tried begging for bail, pledging to behave and not flee if released. That was flat out denied. Why? Because he's a massive flight risk, and both Russia and the US made it clear they want no part of him. Russia publicly condemned his actions and told his citizens, don't be like this guy. That's a diplomatic way of saying,
so no one wants
he's
him.
your problem now. Meanwhile, the US took the lol no thanks approach. Vitali's
So
a
they
green
don't
card
want
holder,
him.
not a citizen, and nobody wants to go through the effort of dealing with his mess. The Philippines got the memo. That's why they moved him into the BJMP in the first place. If either country planned to swoop in and get him out, he would have stayed in immigration, but this transfer is a clear signal. He's being processed like a Filipino criminal and will face justice exactly the same way. Of course, that hasn't stopped the simps from simping. There's this one guy, an ex-fan, tuned, unofficial hype man, still claiming Vitali is valuable enough to get traded internationally. Bro,
What?
be for real. His theory sounds like it came
Valuable?
from a late-night Reddit
Bro, are we
thread.
shipping him around like an NBA player? This guy holds no value. What?
Maybe
He
Russia
literally
will
just
trade
goes
the
around
Filipino
harassing
prisoner
people.
for Vitali. Or maybe Trump will pull some strings because Aiden Ross and the Nelk boys are friends of him.
They're seeking to get him out of the prison because he has a Russian citizenship. He's technically a Russian citizen. However, he hasn't lived there in many years. He never paid taxes there. He just traveled there, stayed in touch with certain YouTubers, had some certain connections, but he still has a Russian citizenship. And on top of that, he's a green card holder. I don't think he has a citizenship yet in the United States, but most of his life he lived in the States. So this is like a structure of the Russian government, especially during these times when there's a war in Ukraine. What Russian government is seeking for is to get a valuable person, which Vitali is. I mean, he's a public figure, right? Public figures are always valuable
what
people
do you mean
because
he's a valuable person? What is this argument? Oh, he's a valuable person because he has some followers on the internet. That literally does not mean anything, like, politically or globally. Like, I don't want to get into that, but, like, god damn, how dumb can you
They
be?
have connections with certain individuals overseas, so he's a valuable figure. That's why Russian diplomats staying in touch with the Philippine government to get him out of the prison. There might be Filipino prisoners that are currently prisoned in Russia and might be valuable for Filipino government, so they can do the trade. They can exchange from one prison to another. Therefore, Vitali will go back to Russia, and somebody from Russian prison who is a citizen of Philippines will go to Philippines, including Nelk boys, because what's that guy named Aden Ross, I believe, who are in touch with Donald Trump. These people are valuable, obviously. If you're in a shithole like Vitali, you're gonna be doing everything you can, and I'm pretty sure she's done already.
First off, this isn't a Cold War spy movie. Second, Vitali's not valuable. He's not Edward Snowden. He is just a gym bro with a GoPro and no filter. And the saddest part, the same dude said Vitali ghosted him years ago, refused to collab, and told him to kick rocks. But he's still defending him like
Why
a puppy
is he on
waiting
his
for a
meat
belly rub.
then?
That's not loyalty, that's delusion. Nobody's coming to save Vitali. Not Russia, not the US, not Trump, not Aiden, not the Nelk boys, not even the guy he told to screw off. So, from YouTube stunts to jail bunks, Vitali's fall from grace is a warning shot to every cloud chaser on the internet. He thought going viral was worth anything. He thought he was untouchable. He thought consequences
And he's
were
done.
just a YouTube comment section problem. But the Philippines isn't a playground, it's a sovereign nation. And when you break the law there, you don't get a slap on the wrist. You get locked up. You get your name blasted on the news. You get humbled by a justice system that doesn't care about
like,
your
what is
subscriber
he
count.
doing?
So yeah, Vitali may have changed the
Nah,
law,
he deserves
but
this,
it
bro. Honestly, he deserves it. I don't have any sympathy for him. I'll be honest. Like, at the start of the video, I'm kind of like, maximum security, whatever. Yeah, he's losing weight. Nah. I mean, like, when you replay the clips like that, it's hard to feel bad for him. It really is. Alright, and that's the Vitali thing. Right, I think that's about it, honestly. I think we're good. Hold on, let's see. Let's see how we're traveling. Is the stream still good? Alright, it's still good. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate everyone jumping on. Yeah, I'm gonna head out and get those videos done.